major development at Liverpool Football Club. The club has confirmed that they have received 2 bids to buy the club, but those offers have been blocked by current owners Tom Hicks and George Gillette. Well, we understand that one of the bids has come from the owner of the American baseball team, the Boston Red Sox, John W. Henry. The other has come from Asia. But shortly before a meeting to review the bids, Hicks and Gillette tried to remove Christian Purslow and Ian Ayre from the board. Well, this is the statement in full. The board of directors have received 2 excellent financial offers to buy the club that would repay all its long-term debt. A board meeting was called today to review these bids and approve a sale. Shortly prior to the meeting, the owners, Tom Hicks and George Gillette, sought to remove Managing Director Christian Purslow and Commercial Director Ian Ayre from the board, seeking to replace them with Matt Hicks and Laurie K. McCutcheon. This matter is now subject to legal review and a further announcement will be made in due course. Meanwhile, Martin Broughton, Christian Purslow and Ian Ayre continue to explore every single possible route to achieve a sale of the club at the earliest opportunity.
Both of these bids were deemed to be acceptable to Martin Broughton, the Liverpool chairman, and other members of the board. While some of the members of the board, including Martin Broughton, the chairman, were in favour of recommending one of these 2 bids that was discussed at the board meeting today, but there is still some disagreement with the current owners, Tom Hicks and George Gillette, who are obviously keen to salvage something financially from their period of ownership of the club. And it's not yet clear at all if, therefore, either of these 2 offers will ultimately prevail. Remember, there's a very important deadline coming in about 10 days' time. Both of these bids were seen as much more credible than any of the offers that were submitted earlier in this auction process, and that has given the board some hope that a deal could be concluded by October the 15th, or at least agreed by that point. But it's certainly premature to say that either of these bids has been accepted either formally or informally.
Well, New England Sports Ventures' principal owner is John W. Henry, who's worth $1.1 billion according to Forbes magazine. The company was formed in 2001 when Henry joined forces with a group of other American investors. As they already have interests in American sports after buying the Boston Red Sox baseball team for $700 million in 2002, and they own a 50% stake in the NASCAR team Roush Fenway Racing. Well, Hicks and Gillette put the club up for sale in April of this year, but so far they've been unable to agree a deal with any interested parties. But if a deal is not agreed by October the 15th, control of the club could pass to the Royal Bank of Scotland. Well, this is why Hicks and Gillette borrowed around £237 million back in February 2007 in order to buy the club from David Moores. They borrowed the money from RBS and American finance company Wachovia. Well, the money is owed by a company called Cop Holdings, not Liverpool, but it has been secured against the club. In April, Hicks and Gillette refinanced the debt and were granted a 6-month extension to pay off the loan. Certain penalty clauses were inserted into the deal, and we understand that they've incurred additional charges of between £20 and £40 million. Well, the money must be repaid by October the 15th, or the ownership of the club could transfer to RBS and Wachovia. Well, Lord Sugar has criticised Liverpool's American owners for not financing the club with their own money and saddling the club with huge debts.
The current owners didn't use their own money to buy the football club, unlike, Roman Abramovich and the other gentlemen at Manchester City. Not that I agree with what they do and how they've done it, go and buy the championship or go and buy the league. But nevertheless, the bottom line is they used their own money. The guys at Liverpool, and to a certain extent the guys at Manchester United, also the Glaziers, didn't use their own money. They just went to a bank and they borrowed the bank against the asset as if they were buying some giant, tower block somewhere in Manhattan or whatever. And it is a business transaction. And the thing is that that debt has to be serviced, the interest has to be paid, but more importantly, in Liverpool's case, I believe that the bank who gave the loan wants it back, and this is the problem.
While staying with Liverpool